A great test here for Lakey Peterson up against a surfer that's had plenty of time in the lineup here at Jeffreys Bay. Nicole Pallet getting the call up with Tyler Wright withdrawing from the event. Lakey Peterson's going to bank a throwaway number and hand over priority in the opening stages here, and we could have set waves on the way, so a good opportunity for the youngster.
Interesting to see Lakey taking off on that wave, handing over priority.
Well, Nicole, she's going to be feeling the pressure a little bit too. We often say that wildcards, you know, they have nothing to lose. They can go out there and just enjoy themselves, but it's the first time surfing on the world stage. It's the first time coming up against the world #1, 23 years of age. Saw her out there yesterday, getting a couple of nice waves. She had a session to herself at Magnitubes as well, so she'll be ready. She just needs to get herself a quality wave, calm those early nerves a little bit at the back. Lakey's going to try and apply some pressure to the youngster here. Drives around this first section, up into the hook. Has been so explosive on the rail throughout the season. Maybe the most aggressive competitor on the championship tour this year. The results are showing.
Just tighten it up a little bit. She's surfing with a lot of speed, but it's about engaging that rail. It's about finding that edge and just hooking into it. You can see Lakey, she wants to do that. She wants to find that perfect section to let go of those turns, but she just is having a tough time reading this wall, and that wave kind of just turns into nothing anyway, but there's definitely a bit of room for improvement there.
Passing that wave up, Lakey, she can swoop on it. Let's see if she can string one together here. Nothing better than a 2.83 at this stage of the game. Definitely looking in good touch with her equipment at the moment. That was a pretty solid hit. Driving up into it now. And there is a massive turn, throwing everything into it. She hangs onto it. And you got to love that.
Oh my goodness, are you serious right now? I think Lakey, we spoke about it. She looked frustrated, she looked fired up, and she came out with so much aggression on that last wave, and it really paid off. He steps back on that tail, gets ready to wind it up on this first turn. Tiny, but just not much of a connection with that lip, but then really speeds it up and digs into this one. Stays over her board. She knows she's got to keep the head and shoulders over that stringer. Comes out of it, lots of speed moving down the line. And then this right here just digs in, throws that tail, almost loses it with that front foot. I don't know how she was able to maintain that standing position on that turn.
Well, here's Nicole, and already this is looking like it's going to be her best wave. We'll see what she did on the outside in just a moment, but just chipping away at this one. Has to throw something big on the end section to stay on pace with the world #1. Smooth flow. Tricky wave to read there on the inside. That foam on the face, you could see it starting to step out.
Yeah. We know these double-ups have been bringing the competitors some decent points, so Nicole trying to find a bit of rhythm with this lineup. Brings this one through. It gets a little bit frothy out on that open face. Still just digging into those carving maneuvers. You'll see there's a lot of foam in the front of that surfboard that gives her the ability. She looks like a very front.
That was the angle I really wanted to see too. It gives you that down the line perspective here at Jeffreys Bay. It shows you that this wall's actually pretty steep. Big round 2 heat for Lakey Peterson, but she's done well to hold her nerve out here at the moment. She's going to get the takeoff on that one wrong, but just under 10 minutes to go. She really doesn't need to do too much. 8.5 minutes to go here. Lakey Peterson again goes looking for something to replace the 2.83. That way he's not going to do it, but she still holds a pretty comfortable lead at this stage. So impressed with just how fast she's been going. I think definitely just a huge lift in the momentum she carries across a wave. Here we go. This is Nicole. Just goes down. Really tricky lineup to read at the moment. I think Lakey's made the adjustment a little better than Nicole at this point in time. To you in a moment, Rosie, but this is Lakey Peterson. Again, trying to replace the 2.83. He's had a couple of shots at it and struggled to complete. This time, again, she just seems to settle into a pace a little more. Climbs up on the roof. That should do it. Won't be a huge number, but should be enough to make it a 2-wave total. Coming onto the championship tour and coming up against someone like Lakey Peterson as a youngster.
Definitely, it's nerve-wracking. I mean, there's so much energy and so much overthought that can sometimes happen going into these heats, and you can see Lakey, she's also trying to find her rhythm on this wave too. So it's not like Lakey's had an easy go at it. Although she has the 9, when you look at all her other scores and all her other opportunities, she's still figuring this place out. It's a lot to factor in. This is a huge opportunity, a huge stage, and also getting the call up as late as last night that she was going to be in this event this morning.
Well, Nicole there, ripping into that first section. Nice carve. Comes through to the inside. Tries to hit it in the bowl. Doesn't quite get there. Lakey had a 4.17 on a previous wave. So it did push Nicole back into that tough situation. Just 3.5 minutes to go. Lakey on a bomb. Driving up into the lip. There's a quality manoeuvre. Just the one turn. This wave's starting to stretch out. And the South African crowd getting behind Nicole on her last ride. A much more positive start to this ride. Getting the fins above the lip, but she's going to get caught behind. 40 seconds remain, and here she goes. She's going to show us what she can do as the current world #1. Loading up. I like it when Lakey has a less hurried approach out here at the moment. On each of her rides where she's given herself a little bit more time, she's laid down some quality manoeuvres. This one's not really panning out for her. But on the 9, on the 4.47, she just seemed to be just standing back and waiting for the wave to serve up the right sections and choosing her moves on those rides pretty well. Figuring out the wave is one thing, finding the keyhole, that takes a couple more years. Lakey Peterson, though, she'll make her way in. Thrilled with a victory here in the second round. We've got another big heat around the corner. Joanna Fay taking on Macy Callahan. It's going to be a great exchange.